Good morning, everyone. It's great to be here for another morning minutes. I think I'm going to change the title of this. So I've been thinking about that. I think I might change it to something just a little different for us. But I want to talk about when we wake up in the morning and we have like a very heavy heart, or we have our thoughts are really disturbed and we feel frustrated. We may even feel angry, and we may be blaming others. We've started that kind of momentum going. I want to talk about how we can turn that around and not be committed to the heaviness and to the anger for our whole day, because you need to do that if you want to really be living out a productive, deep and beautiful life. That's obvious. Why is that mechanism in place? Why, when we have this heavy feeling, say, in our heart, that it immediately turns into a whole pile of thoughts and stories? And why do we always project it outwardly? Because we don't really, we are almost feel entitled to peace. But real peace doesn't come from having this perfect life. Real peace doesn't come because we're on a beach and we're lying on the beach. Real peace comes from a complete and total okayness with everything that arises within us, that we're finding what's constant in us, rather than actually being so committed and devoted to our experiences, because our experiences are like thoughts. They're the same with our feelings, our emotions. They're just like thoughts, which are like clouds in the sky. They come, they go. You have good experiences, you have bad ones, but you can't live for that, because then you're up and down like a yo-yo. Do you know what a yo-yo is? Do we still have yo-yos? We used to have them when I was little. So the reality of that is that you've got to get clear about that. You have to get clear that you can't, when you have that pain in your heart, if you have that heaviness, you need to take care of it inside of your inner life. It's so, so important to take care of that, because that's the beginning of your day. So if you do have that, for me, I'm going to make a cup of coffee or a cup of tea, and then I can sit down and just be still and be quiet in my heart and feel it, like really just feel it, not indulge it, but I don't even have to wonder why it's there. That's the first mistake we make, is when we start trying to figure it out, why it's there, who's responsible for it, why did it turn up? And normally when we do that, what we like to do is find someone else to blame. As I said, we want to project it out, we want to get it out of ourselves. We shouldn't be feeling it. Why am I feeling like this? Instead of just saying, well, I'm feeling like this right now. And we could just, instead of getting into the anger, so the story's going to take you, the thoughts are going to take you into anger and frustration, and really are just going to cortisol is going to be just going crazy in your body. Again, your hormones are going to be disturbed. If you're, unwell, you're going to feel more unwell. I mean, it's just not worth it. It's not true, and it's not a way to live. So let me give you the other option. We sit, we get quiet, we get still for a moment. We even ask our families that, I need some private time for 5 minutes. Sorry, I'm just going to shut the door, go find a quiet space. And allow it, be okay with the heaviness. It's okay that it's there. And, when the minute that you're okay with it, you will find that constant. You'll find peace in the midst of heaviness. You'll find peace in the midst of everything. And your thoughts will be going crazy. They're not going to give up, because you've set it up like that. That's what us human beings do. We've done that since we were little children. We feel upset, and immediately if we're upset in the schoolyard, someone said something, or he did this to me, and he said this, and I'm upset, and he made me feel this way, or she, or whatever. And this is the mechanism that we've believed is true. This is the false principle, and we have to turn it around. So be with it. Allow yourself to feel pain. Pain does not kill you. Pain is just an experience. Pain can't kill you. Emotional pain is not, you're going to survive it. You are going to survive it. So when you allow it in, and you allow it to just come all the way in, you will just allow it to open inside of you, and then it will disappear, and you'll be free. And you'll be free for your thoughts and your mind to open up to the beauty of the day or something new. But if you're going to lock yourself up around it, if you're going to contract around it, you're going to hold on to it. And by holding on to it, you're going to make it real, and you're going to be putting it out onto the world, onto the environment, onto your friendships, onto other people, your husband, your children, your life, and you'll be a victim of just heaviness in your heart that turned up, and you don't even have to know why, and you will never know why, really, in reality, why it's there. You might think that you can figure it out, but you're too complex for that. It's far too complex a situation to say, it was because of that. And even if someone hit you, if you were in your right mind, you turn around and you go, hey, what'd you do that for? But you could also go in and create a big, massive story around it. And by doing that, you would be hanging on and blaming, and it's not right that people hit us, and it's an extreme example, as per usual. I've got to give you these extreme examples sometimes. But the reality of it is that it's just that you can turn around and you can say, hey, don't do that again. And if it hurt, you feel the pain, and it's over. And that's how we choose to look for the deep constant in our lives, rather than all of the everything else, which is our experiences. We don't want to live from our experiences. They're far too unstable, and they're not real. In reality, they're not real. We're going to talk more about that. It's that constant that you can always depend on, that constant peace, that constant love that you are. And you have to truly start seeing how in your inner life that is always there. It never goes. And even if your experiences on the outside are traumatic or harrowing, that constant peace is always your companion. It's always there with you. And love that. Love that you know that now. Have a great day, and take care, and we'll be back soon. Thanks for listening.